Please thumbs up when y'all come in. Please thumbs up when y'all come in. Yeah, I know the lives would be anywhere between 2-ish to 8. I don't want to go no later than 8. But please thumbs up. Please thumbs up when y'all come in. Support the channel um, by subscribing and becoming a part of the family. Uh, these glasses are so dirty, and I cannot find my. I can't find my. Let me try to use this window cleaner. Look, I got window cleaner right here. I think Naya bought this some time ago. I had to find it in the car. Let's see. My glasses is dirty. Thank you for the thumbs up. So guys, it was a episode. It was a hey Sin, haven't seen you on here. It has been an episode last night. When I tell you I was so overwhelmed, like I wanted to go bury my head in something and cry. I really wanted to go bury my head in something and cry last night. I don't know what I would do without the HVAC guy. I really don't know what I would do without him. Like he has been, please like and comment. Thank you. He has been amazing. This, I'm sharing all of this, and the only way I can do it and be very transparent is through my lives, because so much happens that I will not be able. Sometimes I can't vlog it. I don't have time to vlog it. It could be something going on, or I might have, but I don't have time to edit it and get it out to you guys. So I'm just gonna come live and talk with y'all. Let me tell you, I don't, hold on one second. I gotta clean these glasses, and it's like this big mark on here. I have, yesterday was like, I've been trying to be patient. I'm the type of person where I'm very, not very, but I'm assertive. I stand my ground. I'm not easy to waver. Like you, I've never been the person that got peer pressured by peers to smoke weed or anything like that. Never smoked weed in my life. Never smoked a cigarette in my life. Never did a drug in my life. And mainly everybody in my family did it or does it. Never been a person to be peer pressured. If I have my mind set, my mind is set, and it is what it is, and I kind of go for it no matter what people think. I don't let people's thoughts and opinions change my wavering and the way I feel and the way I think. I'm the type of person that I analyze everything and try to figure out the pros and cons of stuff before I make decisions. All of that. I'm just saying this for a reason. So, and then I'm also not the type of person that likes to argue. I've never been a person that likes to argue. The back and forth, the getting loud, the extraness. Now, two things that can make me, not make me, a lot, that I would allow myself to get out of character about is my money and my family. And I'll tell anybody that. If you like me, you know don't mess with my children, and you don't mess with my money. Those are two things that I'm pretty sure that holds true for a lot of people, right? Those are two things. I don't care who you are. When somebody messes with those two things, because you need money to live, and then your children you brought into this world, and there's nothing more than likely you wouldn't do for them as your children. So anything else, I'll smile, I'll laugh, I'll even may or gesture or say whatever, but I don't let it get me uptight to the point where I'm angry or anything like that. Now, when I hold on. Music is playing, and I have to tell them to cut it down. So, story time. Yesterday's story time. We go get these bags of thin set. I left them in the car. We go get these bags of thin set for the towel in the bathroom. Now, I showed you guys the towel several times. I always say, and my grandfather used to always say, and a lot of people say it, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So if somebody has a, not specialty, if someone is experienced in doing something, and this is all I know from them is what they tell me, they're experienced in doing something, I am, and let me just get this out here just so you can have understanding. I probably have to repeat it again. I like to work with people that have skills that are, what is the word I'm trying to say? I like to be frugal, and I like to save coins on certain stuff, but then certain stuff I will go with professionals. But then certain stuff, sometimes it makes me have to figure it out and learn things, which I feel like that's what God is telling me too because of my business. So here's what I'm saying. You don't have to be a full-blown professional, licensed, bonded with a business to have a skill and be expert at that skill, or be very experienced at that skill. And I understand that, and I know that. I've done houses multiple times, and I work with people, professional, expert. I work with all levels of people, right? So if you show me your work and I hear good things about you, I don't mind giving you a try, but I'll give you a try up until the point where I see something is not working out right, and either you're not competent to handle the task or you're wasting too much of my money. That's where I'm at, okay? Because I like to give people a chance. What I'm trying to find here where I am now is someone or somebodies that I can have on my team when I start getting my contracts to go do work. I know with me, some things I can go back and fix, and I have people that can fix certain things if need be. But at the end of the day, it's certain things that I can't let go, right? If I'm working with or for someone, that's like me going into someone's house and they tell me, hey, I don't like my kitchen. I think I want the cabinets painted, or I think I want to do a backsplash, and I think I want to change my appliances, or I want an island, whatever. They tell me all these things they want, right? But as they're telling me these things, let's just say the person knows they wanted, I'm going to just throw this out there because it's simple. They want a mosaic tile, a colorful mosaic tile. But here I am with these glass tiles getting ready to place them up in their backsplash. And they're like, wait, hold on. But before they can finish their statement about what I'm doing, I cut them off. So they're like, hey, you know, CPR, that towel. No, let me finish. Let me finish this towel. I'm using this towel because I got to use it. And just start talking and running my mouth, right? It's their house. I'm working for them, and they're paying me. I don't understand how people cannot understand the distinction of working for somebody. That doesn't mean a job. Work is work, whether it's work in your business, work on a job, work on a contract, work is work. You have somebody that is over you that makes a decision that's going to pay you, and you have to listen to them. So last night, it got heated, not with me, but the HVAC guy, he went in on Mr. Doug. Reason why. So let me show you this bucket. So last night, I go and I buy these bags, $35 bags of this fancy mortar, thin set stuff that is supposed to be the greatest stuff for the heavy towel. And I've used mortar before. I've seen guys use mortar before. And the guy tells him at the store, you know, take the whole bag and mix the whole bag inside the bucket. Once you mix the whole bag, every 10 minutes, go back and stir it. Nobody got time for that. I've never seen nobody have to do all of that. Excuse me, sir, that doesn't make sense. And I said that. I said, take the whole bag. I said, that is a almost $35 bag of mortar. He's not going to use all that right away. So why mix it all up? I've seen it mixed before, and you can pour out what you want, and you add water until it becomes the consistency that you want. On God's green earth, I'm trying to figure out where, when, and how did this mortar be created that it only can be mixed the whole bag at one time. So if this is the greatest mortar you have and it's only in bags, and people want to do just minor little backsplashes or something that's not that big, and this bag covers I think the 40 square feet or something like that, or I don't know. I think he calculated too much for me to buy a lot. So I already had a bag, and I was told that bag should do the whole surround of the tub. So last night when we went to get more stuff, I ended up getting, when I went to get the cutter, the towel cutter that is still here. I'm gonna tell you about that and what happened with that. So that's still here too. We did not use it. So I paid $45 and we didn't even use it. That's another thing. So we goes and he doesn't have the right trowel. So I get the trowel. I get it. And once upon a time, he was hardcore into this. He's not. He hasn't been doing it for years. So now he's getting back into it. And okay. But when I buy tools, they are considered part of your money because that's a tool for your investing into your business. When you do a project later, you'll have that. So that's what I did. So we get the tools. We got a trowel. We got 2 more bags of this $30 stuff. We got what else did we get? I left the receipt in there. We got that, the tools, the towel, 2 bags of this. I don't remember. So he gets here. He's telling me that he measured the bathroom and we're going to be off by such and such inches. And I had forgot I had an accent towel that I had sitting in the kitchen that I didn't put in the bathroom because it was glass and I didn't want it to get broken because I only bought a couple sheets so it wasn't fully packed in the box and it could get, jammed in the kitchen. I was like, oh, forgot on each side of the white towel, you're going to put can't. Ran out of the tape. That tape is $20 a roll, and I think I need 2 more. So anywho, I forgot what I was saying. So he gets the stuff here. All I can say is he get the stuff here. He puts the whole. This is a brand new bucket that I bought too. He gets the stuff and he pours the whole bag in here, and then goes to run. Technically, it takes a good minute for this stuff to really set. Most of it has an hour and a half to a 2-hour time where it really gets hard, where you can't bring it back. So I just happened to tell the heat and air guy, I was like, go check that stuff because it's still sitting outside. Go check that stuff. It was getting hard. So he comes out and B grabs I'm going to say B, that's the heat and air guy. B grabs the water and was getting ready to put it in there. No, he grabs my water. Now, I have this water. This is mine. This is what I drink out of. This is what I drink. This is my water, right? So that's sitting here by me. He grabs the water. I was like, with his dirty hands and everything. I said, use that one over there. Mind you, I have an empty jug from the water I drunk. I got it set over there and it had water in it for any use. Rinsing off your hands or whatever. If something get on something, whatever. It was over there. So I said to him, I said, oh, no. Put that down. This is what he does. Why? Because that's my drinking water. You can use that water over there. What's the difference? Because that's my drinking water, and that's water that's not drinking water. You're putting it inside the mortar. Use it for the mortar. I don't understand the point. Like, water is water, and I can use my drinking water if that's the case. I wouldn't have a problem using. This is exactly what I'm going through in my home, telling you to. Why are we going back and forth when I nicely said, hey, oh no no no, use that water over there. You came over here to where I sat, where my snacks, where my stuff is at, and grabbed my water to pour it inside this thing, and I squished that container on purpose. I squished it on purpose so I'll know the difference in my clean water and then the water that I'm not drinking. And literally I said, because it's my clean water and I'm not going to go back and forth with you. If I don't want my water used, then why are we going back and forth? Because I just don't. And I was like, I just sat there like this, like, I'm done. I'm done. You're going to use the water. Like, I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth. Why am I going back and forth with you about what I don't want in the bucket? It's supposed to be very clean, like very clean water. It shouldn't have nothing in it. Sir, this is dirt or mortar or whatever. It's gonna be hard when you sit it in whatever room you're in. It's stuff flying down that's gonna fall in it. Stop it. Even the water out there that he went outside, the first initial mixing was from the tap on the side of the house. That could have bugs, dirt, anything coming out of that. So don't do that. It needs to be very clean. Okay, now I'm gonna let you know, I could care less what you can or cannot do. It's just something wasn't sitting well with me. I said this. I said, listen, it has been a lot of back and forth, and I'm feeling tension in my home about what I want when I ask the question. Remember I told y'all, he said something about a piece on the shower. He says, oh, dang it, man. Now, if I'm not going crazy, please let me know. If somebody is working on your house and you hear them say, oh, man, dang, oh, and you're like, hey, what's wrong? What's happening? You're going to think something is wrong, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking something is wrong. And he's like, oh, nothing. I just can't find this piece. That's not nothing. If it's a piece that I purchased or a piece that you need, that's I need to know. No, it's fine. I got it. I just don't know. I just don't know how I'm going to do it without the piece. So it is not nothing. Talk to me. There's nothing to talk about. I just can't find a piece. So this piece right, this is how he started talking. This piece right here is supposed to go here. And what am I going to do with this if I can? And I said, so there is an issue. I didn't say it was an issue. I'm literally, I don't get what you're saying. Like, you're making it seem like, and I'm like, wait, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Who are you talking to? Like, what's happening right now? Like, what's happening? You just got flustered about something missing. I'm trying to make sure you're good and you got what you need, and making sure that maybe whatever it is you're looking for, we can't find it, or it's around here or something. Like, I'm like, calm down. So B hears him get loud with me, and he comes in. He's like, what's going on? I said, I can't. Like, what's happening right now? Like, I literally can't. Like, he keeps getting loud with me and talking to me like I'm a kid, and I don't like it. And he's like, how am I talking to you like you're a kid? I said, calm down, Doug. Like, calm down, Doug. I said, first of all, I come past the bathroom. Obviously, I felt like you were trying to do that because I walked past. As soon as I walked past, you're like, dang it. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. And I'm like, huh? What's up? What happened? Tell me what's going on. Nothing. Okay, is it nothing or not? Because you said you don't know what you're going to do. You missing a piece. What is the piece? And he was like, okay, I'm telling Brandon what happened. He's like, I was talking to myself. Okay, even if you were talking to yourself, you're talking to yourself about something in my house that needs to be fixed. And if there's something missing, I need to know what it is so I can help you and we can figure it out. How could you say you're talking to yourself? You literally said a piece is, that's not what I said. I said, okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm not. I'm not about to do this with you. You literally just said a piece was missing. You literally just said that you didn't know what you were going to do. You literally just said all of that. And you're referencing something that's in my house that needs to be fixed. And I'm trying to figure it out. Why are you talking to me like this? I mean, I just don't get it. Like, I was talking to myself. I wasn't even talking to you. So why does it... He still is not comprehending. Okay. You're getting your hair done, and I'm doing your hair, and I'm like, oh dang it, oh shoot, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get your hair to do such and such because it's like a ball spot, or now it's a ball spot, or if I said something like that, the first thing you're like, huh, wait, what's happening? Tell me, talk to me, talk to me. You want to know what's happening, right? It's the same thing. Like, talk to me. You're in here getting extra over something. Talk to me about whatever it is that you need me to fix or whatever it is. So it went back and forth, and he's like, yeah, I'm just telling you I can't find such and such. I said, and that's all I needed to hear. What is the such and such? I was trying to show you this. I said, yeah, you showed me, but you're not telling me nothing. You just got a little flustered, and I can't understand you, and you're not explaining to me what piece, what thing, or anything. And I'm like, I know all these pieces should be in a box because I gave you the box. So what are you saying? I can't even finish a statement. What are you saying? I took it out. You think I got it? No, calm down. Calm down. No, let me finish. Can I finish my statement? I gave you the entire box. So if I gave you the entire box with all the pieces in it, it has to be in here. Maybe you could have been in there when you was getting the pieces to fit it for the inside. Maybe you might have said it somewhere else. Maybe. I don't remember. Okay. Okay, I'm done. I don't have anything else to say. You didn't touch it. I don't remember seeing it, apparently, because I actually look through all my boxes before I give them whatever they need to make sure stuff is in there so nothing is missing. So guess what? He goes through all this, and then he goes over in the corner like, oh, found it. Fast forward. This stuff gets hard. It creates this mist in the house. You want to go? I can give you the card. They got it, and it's cheaper. And it's cheaper. Is that the same thing? Joint strip. Is it waterproof? That's a joint strip. Hold on, guys. So, 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 that was that. So this stuff gets hard. Me and B said, mix just a little bit of it. He didn't want to do that. That's not what the guy said, this, that, and the third. So long story short, 30 bucks down the drain, right? I'm upset about it because he only did what the guy at the store told him to do. So I'm going to go and talk to the manager and let him know this is what the guy said. And the guy happened to be there and repeated it again. Then the manager ended up coming. Can you get my wallet? And then the manager ended up coming to me and saying, oh, by the way, what he told you was incorrect. You do not, and the other manager said you do not have to mix the whole bag. You can mix a little at a time to work with. And because of that, we're going to give you the other bag back. Then because of this getting messed up, not knowing how to use this, never used this one before, we never got to toweling. Glad we didn't, because it would have been a lot of towel wasted, because come to find out, me and B said, you know what? Between the two of us, we're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out because it's been a lot trying to get that tub done. So we start watching mad videos trying to figure it out. And no waterproofing was done. And I asked him, now I said, is this water, like, is this something different? Because this cement stuff that he has is a lot different from the one I'm used to. And because of that, I always think it's 10 ways to skin a cat. I'm not going to impede on what you do if this is what you do. My thing is, this is what I always tell people. Say what you want, explain what you want, but at the end of the day, I know the results I want and I know the damage I don't want. So long as it doesn't create mold, and long as it doesn't create any leaks or spills or anything in the bring the wallet in the towel or whatever it is you're doing, and it's even and level, do you. Because I can see it with my eyes. Do you. Long as you don't mess up the leveling, the flush, all that stuff that needs to be taking place, long as that's going to happen, however you do it, I'm fine. I'm not going to tell you what to do because you might do something I've never seen before. So that's why I didn't say anything. So in my brain, I'm like, why does just this doesn't feel right? It doesn't feel like something is right. It just feels like something is not being done right. So we go to look at all these videos, and I went on Lowe's and like Home Depot Pros and stuff, and come to find out there was no water barrier, no waterproofing on the freaking tub at all. So guys, I would have got my towel put in and would have had to pull it off, and he already had to pull 2 pieces off. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something else. And this is stuff that you would know for future for yourself. No, I got towels. We were. Oh, you talking about in there? A sandpaper. I got a sander, but they in my storage. I got sanders. You store it. Hold on. Yep. No. They all like this about. It's the regular size, about like. Mm-hmm. So I go in there after B and I try to bring this thin set back. It's moist. We got it kind of to the peanut butter consistency, but the bottom is getting hard, like hard. So we get it at least more than half of it back, right? Put it in there. He goes to take a smoke break. He wants to run his mouth. The stuff's getting hard again. I said, I'm not worried, because I'm gonna tell you what, that's gonna come out your pay if we brought it back, and if we still can't use it because you're letting it get hard again, I don't know what to tell you. So this is what happens. I go in the bathroom. We sitting in here and we wondering. He kind of quiet. He took the bucket with him or whatever, and he went back there. And these are the pieces that he wasted. Okay. These are the pieces. This is a cut piece, and this is a regular piece. What? Oh, a cut piece and a regular piece. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, why am I seeing so many of the lines? The trowel was huge. The huge trowel, like 1/2-inch squares. I've seen people do all sizes in different houses that I've done, and I can't help it. I just keep wanting to take this off. And I've never seen, even when it was pulled off, you see lines. Why? Because when he put the thin set on, he put some on the wall and put some on here. It made this so thick that it really wasn't pressing down into the frame of around the shower, and it was just too thick, and he wasn't sliding it up. Like once you put the thin set down, you're supposed to put more of it on the wall, put a little on here, and you press this in and kind of slide it up and down around to kind of get these thick lines out, so that it can kind of mimic this here, not this. You don't want this, you want this look. That means it's nice and flush and thin. So this is all the thin set. He was taking this and trying to trowel it on to the towel, and literally it was drying up, cracking, peeling, coming, like it was just drying up. You could see that it was hard. It wasn't even smooth and creamy when he was doing it. It wasn't smooth and creamy at all. So those two were wasted. And just look at all this. Look at all this on here. Look at all this on here. You can see no shifting was done at all. No shifting was done at all. Is there anybody in here, or am I talking to myself? Because I can end this live. Hold on. No shifting was done at all when the pieces were placed on there. Hold on a second. Let's see. Let's see. Who's talking? It's no, nobody is in here. Like nobody. What kind of home training is that? You know all the stuff ain't going around now. Wow. CPR, you know your stuff on this, and you don't. And that's what I think the problem is, Vernell. I think the problem is most of these guys that come in here expect to get paid, get over, and just do the bare minimum or do whatever and keep it moving, not realizing that I know about stuff. I know how things should be. I'm not an expert, but I've had things done in several homes and done different things like that. And because of that, I'm becoming more experienced to how things are supposed to turn out, how things are supposed to be, or what the progress of them are as it's happening. And a lot of people don't realize that. You know, a lot of people don't realize that. And so they kind of get intimidated, and sometimes they get offended, or some men are just to the point they don't want a woman telling them what to do, how to do anything, asking them any questions. And that's just the real deal, regardless of how we want to cut it. Some men do not like women telling them anything, how to do anything. They don't. Be quiet. Let me do what I do. I don't care if I ruin your spot, ruin your money. I don't care if I waste your money. None of that matters. Just be quiet. You hired me and let me do what I do. That's not going to happen here, sir. That's not going to, that's not going to fly here. It's not. It's not. And that's the problem. The problem is I ask questions, and these questions are for me to know, and for me to find out things that I don't know. So if I'm asking you questions, it's because I need to know, okay, so why are you doing that? Okay, you're doing this because of blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Like, these are things that I want to know. These are things that I need to figure out. So in my future, just like in my past, the things I know now, I learned from asking questions. Either it doesn't matter if I'm doing the work or not. If I ask the question, it's because I'm curious, because now it gives me some insight and some information or education on that. That way I know how to do it next time, or how not to do it next time. Guys, I have spent so much, and it kind of pees me off, because being put in a situation where that last guy that I was dating took advantage of me and did what he did. He took advantage of me and took a lot of money and did what he did. And it's like I'm trying to stay within a certain amount so that I can make sure that I get what's important done to make this house a home for me and my daughter. I know, not with your money. Sis, I'm so sorry you're going through this mess. Yeah, thank you, sissy. Thank you, Vernell. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. But just talking to y'all helps me through this, so that way we can go back and look back at it, because I know there's more people that I'm going to meet. There's people that are going to help me. They're going to come at a certain time. I believe this happened like they're supposed to happen for a reason. And B has been such a blessing. Like, he was just like, go do your live. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to get the basics done. And then when it's time, we both about to be in there trying to figure it out with the actual tiling and all that stuff. And it just, it's like, the thing that bothers me the most is people don't understand that I look at things for future. I look at things for potential of what can possibly be. Now, I get it. Sometimes people need money. They need to do stuff, and they usually don't have a care of how it gets done, or who they hurt, who they extort, who they get over on, who they scam to get money, which is not cool. which is not cool. Me, I want to give you quality in whatever I do. Even like one of my favorites just sent me. That was another thing. I can't do my products. I can't mix them. Certain stuff I can, like the braiding spray, I still can. But certain stuff I can't because, oh, excuse me. I can't because I don't have really no place to do none of that stuff right now. I don't. So I'm missing money and missing what I do, my mentoring, my clients and stuff. I can't. This is my life at this moment. So this is messing with my money while every day I'm spending more money. Every day there has not been one day that went past without me spending at least $100. Not one day. And that's sad. And $100 is like the bare minimum that I've had to spend in a day. Round it off. It's the bare minimum. So definitely. And I didn't want to take out loans. I didn't want to do all that. I did not want to do all that. I was trying to make this happen in such a way where I can get it to a certain point and then slowly but surely do other projects. So right now, my main focus and my main goal is wrapping up this ceiling. I don't even care about the kitchen. Because as long as I got a hot plate, a bathtub, and a toilet, and a mini refrigerator, I am good for a little while till I figure it out. Because I want what I want in that kitchen. And I don't want to settle. Because settling, it's only a difference of a couple $100. So I don't want to settle. I'd rather get what I want. But I will say that I got to do a video on counting the costs and the things that I actually... and sometimes later on, it might not be for you. It might be to help someone else in the long run. Exactly. It has been frustrating. I know that this journey and what I'm going through and what I'm feeling and why I'm going through what I'm going through, I do believe that it is going to inspire someone else in some way, shape, or form. I have the hotel for one more night. I wish I knew somebody that worked at a Hilton or any type of decent hotel. And I'm saying Hilton because usually they have really good deals for family and friends that can help me get an extended room, because this guy K has been really cool with helping extend the room and giving me a decent price, because where this town is so close to two major cities, and because of it, people will stay here because it's cheaper than to stay there in a hotel. So these hotels book up so fast. They book up faster than the ones in the major cities, because people don't mind riding the 30-40 minutes or whatever. So it's hard sometimes, and it's so crazy because the other day when I called Kay, he was like, I got one more room. Computer Town. Late to the live. Hey Ruth, how are you? It's okay, I'm on here still chatting. What is Computer Town? So I'm thinking, oh, yesterday we would have had the tile up. Today would have been grouting. Oh, commuter. I'm reading that so fast. So I'm thinking the grout would have been up yesterday. Today would have been, tile would have been up yesterday. Grouting would have been today. And then tomorrow, no. Tile would have been up yesterday, 24 hours to today. Grouting, 24 hours. And then tomorrow I would have been able to come in here and take a shower. No towel, no grout. Now I'm trying to figure it out myself. Myself and B. He just went to get some more membrane tape. Let me show you what's happening in the bathroom right now. This is what was supposed to happen. Was not. So now membrane tape, and we ran out. So he went to get some more and some more silicone. So he's going to put the membrane tape all around. It's here. And we're going to put some down around the bottom lip. But yeah, that should have been on there. It should have been membrane. As you see, he got all these spackled holes of everywhere that there is a screw. He put up silicone. Silicone all around the cracks. He got to get more of the silicone around there. And none of this was done. This right here, we got to figure out how to get that off. That's where we took off the towels that he put up. that has all the thin set all the way corroded all the way around the wall. Yeah, guys, so I don't even know what to say at the moment. I'm just like, okay, God, okay, we got to figure this out. I've got the diamond saw, the other cutter, we got all the things we need, and I'm just hoping that this has been the most tedious thing. Then there was something else he was doing here with the wall because the wall was uneven. So we have to figure out how to, let me zoom out, how to come in and fix where he left off at. So B said he's going to put another piece of 2x4 here, put one over here, bring the wall out, and then just knock it off and put a corner tape it and patch it in. And then we're just going to patch this and smooth this out and sand this, because this is going to be like a, I don't know what this is going to be. This is a lot of space here. I just thought about it. I don't know what this is going to be. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, because this is actually a lot of space. This is a lot of space. It used to be the this wall here used to come out to like about right here, and there was another wall on the other side that came out about 10 inches from the wall, because the tub was like in the middle of the floor. That window used to be over here, and I had the window moved over, and then on the back side of that wall was just empty cubby little space, which I think is just wasted space. I don't like it. I'd rather have one big space. So, and that's what I have to figure out. Why am I hearing this noise? I texted the subflooring guy and told him something ain't right. Something is not screwed down right, and I need him to come back, because I'm not liking that. So yeah, so now it's more space. And what they had was a closet that went from, you know, from the wall all the way over to about like right here, and it had a sliding door with shelves and stuff in it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this space. I can't even tell you. It's a lot of space. I might just put a bench there and then do a little mini closet on one side, that I can put a bench and stuff, you know, on the other side. So when I am showering, if I want to lotion or something, I can lotion right there. I don't know. But I know my vanity is going here, and it's only sticking out 19 inches, so not far at all. Probably about as far as where you see that box right there. Yeah, so, and I have my spaces for both of the lights. So we have to finish up the drywall coming around this space right here. And the holes have been cut for the vent, and then other holes have to be cut for the recess light, because it's going to be a recess light over here, and then it's going to be a light in that corner, then it's going to be a vent for the bathroom back there, or over a little bit, like right there. So yeah. Yeah, listen, I do not like the noise. He needs to get in there and probably re-screw those down. I am craving chocolate so bad. Tom is still here. I need some chocolate. Like, I really need some chocolate. But, so yeah, that's what's going on. So, I get a text this morning, and it's crazy because somebody verified. I was on the phone with them, and they actually verified. This is so good. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. They recalled me saying, and to Doug, meet us here tomorrow. Who else was on the live and remember us in conversation in the bathroom about cutting the towel? And B said to him, meet us here tomorrow. Please thumbs up if you're new. Please thumbs up. Please thumbs up. Meet us here tomorrow at 9. We'll resume tomorrow here at 9. So we're getting ready, thinking, okay, let's go, let's come, you know. We get a text at 9:30 wondering where he was, and he's like, oh, I haven't heard from you, so I got to do something for my landlord. I'm behind on my rent, so I'm going to do that, so I'm not going to be able to come finish the project. I wanted to get upset, but then I had to think. This dude was proceeding forward with not even waterproof bathroom. He's not cut out for that. Maybe he's not cut out for that. Maybe he's more cut out for basic stuff like drywalling or something like that. Maybe he's not cut out for intricate stuff like toweling and cutting towel, and maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Altogether, I do want to just say, okay, whatever. He's like, and if you don't want me to come back, I can understand that, but I definitely have to get this work done for, I guess he I guess he does work for the landlord in order to pay for his rent or whatever. I don't know. So B texted him and said to him, hey, you know, I felt like all yesterday, and yesterday I do feel the same way, that you were trying to get out of it and trying to get away all yesterday. And then all of a sudden you come and you say, hey, you know, you can't make it. You're not going to be able to finish the project right now, this, that, and the third. Knowing that I just told you I only had 3 days left, that I purchased and spent almost another 300 and something dollars for a room. I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding it. So I'm sitting here and this just vision just came to me. I just see myself somewhere just really chilling and relaxing after all this is done, because when I tell y'all, my mind is like, woo, 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 like literally. Because it seems like I'm going back to square one to try to figure out things all over again. But I know I've been always wanting to really hardcore understand and learn tiling fully, not just backsplashes, like putting up the glass and all that stuff. So it's kind of a good thing, but then I'm kind of afraid. I'm kind of intimidated by it. I don't know, but I feel like us putting both our heads together, we'll get it together. We'll figure it out and get it done. Let me show you guys what my plan was. So y'all seen the towels. I don't know if I showed them to you. Yeah, those are the big gray towels, right? I wanted something real organic, like stone looking. And then I wanted to play off of that with this. Let me show y'all. With this. So I have these, right? Not just to jump from this to that, like that. I wanted to right here. And so it would be these along the lines, and then this. So it'll be so. The people that working on your house, can they pay for your people that's working on your house, can they pay for your romance to definition of... I don't know what you're saying, Vernell. I don't know what you're saying. So do you guys have any questions? I'm definitely here to answer questions. This can be intimidating for a lot of people. Some people may not understand it. Some people don't want to deal with it. And I get it. But see, I'm the type... She removed the message. I'm the type where... I don't know. I know everything is not going to be easy, but I'm the type where I love to see things transform. Anything, everything. Like from something nobody wants, or a person that people shut out and don't want to deal with, or whatever. I am that type where I love to see people transform. I love to see things transform. And because of the transformation, it just does something for me. Just to see what it looked like, where it's going, and where it's going to come what it's going to come to be, is just like such a refreshing feeling to me, such a great feeling to me, and I'm excited to see that. No, because I'm actually not, I'm planning not to even work with them anymore. So no, not that'll be something, you know, something like that. You'll have to fight, take it to court and all that crazy stuff. And yeah, I'll definitely do that. But I caught it early enough, and it's like I talked about the skilled labor professionals and all that. You kind of take your chances with certain stuff, and then certain stuff can be ridiculously priced because professional, along with the business name and all that other stuff. Some people just take advantage and just go all the way out. Just like I was telling my sis about how the guy quoted me one number, and then it was less work that I found out needed to be done according to my home inspection, and then his quote went up even higher. How did you quote me the worst case scenario. Am I wrong, or does the worst case scenario mean at the end of the day, the most work that you would have to put in to get this fixed or done, you are giving me that number and you're giving me the best case scenario number? So how could the job go higher than the worst case scenario number? I don't know if I'm going crazy, but to me, it's just weird that the job can go higher than the worst case scenario. I thought worst case scenario was the worst case scenario, and worst case scenario with the actual amount. How does that change? I poured some of that coffee, this stuff in here. I still had the pomegranate, a little bit of flavor of it. I thought I rinsed it out with water, but it was pomegranate lemonade in here. I poured some of this in there because it was kind of strong to me. I'm just wetting myself all up because I got a cooler. And I had an iced coffee from Circle K. It's still half, so I poured half of it in here. And then I mixed, because it was so sweet, then I mixed the other half with some of that iced coffee. And it's not bad. It's kind of giving off chocolate milk vibes. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with that, Vernell. But yeah, they told me, and this is a good thing. Let me get to the saw. So this saw, you rent that for 4 hours. Every additional hour after the 4 hours is $2. So in my brain, he told me start from 11:38 this afternoon, this morning. So 6 hours from there will bring us right at 5:48 or whatever the case may be. So 6 o'clock. Let's just say 6 o'clock. So they close at 9. So if I pay 3 more hours, which will bring it to 9, that's only $6, right? Now, they don't charge you for overnight. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. So anytime you need to rent something, if you could rent it just before the store closes, or 4 hours, 3.5, about right at that mark, like say the store closes at 9, try to get there at like 6, because 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 6, 7, 8, I'm counting all wrong. 7, 8, 9, that's 3 hours. So your 4th hour will go into overnight, which they don't charge. So technically it'll be 7 in the morning that you have to bring it back. You see what I'm saying? So because you have to bring it back at 7 in the morning, because the store opened at 6, then you can start adding your $2 hours after that, which gives you way more time than running it twice. So there will be 7 o'clock, right? You paid the 35 plus tax, and it'll be a 39 or something. Then you paid for, let's just say from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Even if it's till 12 o'clock in the afternoon, that's only $10 that you would have to pay to keep it an additional 5 hours versus going to rent it again for $35 for 4 hours. So you get what I'm saying? It's best to rent the tools just before the store closes, or yeah, just before the store closes, because if you do it just before the store closes, they don't charge you for the closing time. That's even better. Yeah, that's what it is. I messed up. We actually should have left. No, because then we would have brought it all the way back to the store anyways. The guy didn't count for the time that I wasted yesterday. He started at 11:38. So from 11:38 to 6 o'clock today is already paid for. And then tomorrow, then from 6 o'clock or 5:40 or whatever on, I'm paying $2 an hour, which is perfect because I'm only going to be paying 3 hours and bringing it back to them in the morning. So try to rent it just before the store closes. So if you go rent it at 9 o'clock or 8:30, they don't count those hours overnight, and then you have it all the way to 6, 7, 8, 9. You get what I'm saying? In the morning, and then you can add more time on from so. I'm surprised because this is the only one they have, the big one, and every time I've called, it's been there. I guess because most people probably got their own. That's the only thing I can think of. But do you guys have any questions for me? Any questions? Who is here? Who is still here listening to me talk and share this experience and share what I'm going through? Look what I got. I keep these in my bra every morning. I put these back in my bra. The day that I seen that fire, if you go back and look on, you see some Chinese food and you'll see a fire. It was this big full-blown fire. Didn't even realize, something just told me to look behind me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this whole house or whatever it was on fire, like full-blown flames. And after the fire, I was just sitting there like, thank God, you know, that could be anybody's home, people losing something. Just thank God, just thank God. And I was just like, God, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful. But, you know, I really need your guidance with this project. I really need your help. I really need you to send me the right people. I'm spending. And it does not feel good. It doesn't feel good, guys, because I feel like I'm spending, but I'm not seeing nothing happen. Now, I can see where money has went, but I'm not seeing what I want to see happen. So I'm praying, and I can be praying or meditating, like just sitting there, and I could just, you know, just be talking to my God, my ancestors, universe. I just be talking. And B was like, here, open up a fortune cookie. So we both opened up a fortune cookie, and look what my fortune cookie says. Could y'all see that? Who sees this? Is this backwards? Could y'all read this? Could y'all read this? Like, do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Do, and abundance of good fortune will be coming your way. Really? Like, I don't think a fortune cookie is a religion or a belief or anything. I just feel like messages come to you in certain ways. And I just happen to have been going in my brain mentally and talking to God about what I'm dealing with mentally, emotionally, and what's going on with me. And be just like, open up a fortune cookie. Let's do a fortune cookie. And this hits. And it's like he keeps reminding me over and over and over, got you. Even when it don't feel like it, even when it don't look like it, even when things are not going the way you plan, my child, I got you. I got you. And it's so frustrating. I read it to y'all. It's so frustrating. Where's Wendy? Where's Teresa? Where's Ruth? Where y'all at? Y'all gone? It's so frustrating because I don't really have someone that can understand outside of B, because he now when he sees, like, wow, I said, now you see why I get frustrated. When I get frustrated or when something's not right, I shut down and I get quiet. I'm not I'm just not. I shut down. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk. Leave me alone. That's how I am when I'm frustrated. When something is bothering me, that's how I am. It will because God is in the middle of it and he's dead in the gap for you. Absolutely. Absolutely, Renelle. Absolutely. And so some people don't understand that. And because I love my energy to be a certain way, because I love my mental to be a certain way, I don't care who you are. If it does not line up and if you are just wonky, or sometimes God sends me people that have a problem with doing this or not knowing how to do this or allowing all little things to bother them. That's why I said early in this video, money and my family. Mess with my money, mess with my family. I still keep control over me, but those are the two things that can get me to a point where you don't want to see that. And people have done that and think that they're getting away with something, but I don't let people, when it comes to money, no. I always tell people, you can have a person do something to you in an emotional way or in a way, in a relationship or something like that, and they can get away with it. What can you do if somebody do something like that? Nothing much. But when it comes to finances and money, no, you won't get away with that. That's something you won't get away with. Some people might think they are, but I believe in utilizing the law to the fullest capacity as possible. So I won't let anyone get away with that. I won't let anyone get away with that. So I definitely, you know, I have to mentally get this where I need to be so that I can pursue things that need to be done. Because I got some people ready to do some things for people that have taken advantage of me, you know. So I'm excited. I'm ready about that. So I know that that's coming. But at the end of the day, my focus is this right now because I have to make this home for me and my daughter. And I say me and my daughter because it's going to be me and Rizzy. Naya is currently, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know if she has a roommate or she's staying with someone. I mean, you know, when they get to a certain age, they want to do what they want to do because they don't want to listen to rules or they don't want no one telling them what to do. I wash my hands. I wash my hands. And one thing I will say is this. You have never heard me get on here and bash or expose anybody. And I'm saying this because I'm thinking about how when things happen to people, a lot of times they will go, they say the guilty is always the loudest or cry first or whatever. You have to be mindful when you know God has your back and you know that your intentions are good and you know that your heart is good. You do not need to go proving anything to anybody, trying to plead your case and if you fully believe in God and know that he has you, there's no reason why you have to fight your battles. There's no reason why you have to prove yourself. God is going to reveal all things. God is things. God is going to expose all things. God is going to show people what it is. That's why some people are like, oh, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, because it's not your business. Everything is not supposed to be told, talked about, and shared. Because sometimes your mouth, you put it in the way for God to do what he needs to do. Sometimes your actions, you move in a way where God can't move the way he needs to. And sometimes your feelings can make things occur that weren't supposed to be. So people, sometimes they don't get me and they don't understand me. It's because even though I don't see certain things, I feel deep within my heart that I know God has got my back. My ancestors, the universe is going to have my back because my heart is pure. My heart is about helping. My heart is about sharing what I can to help the next person be great. And I've always been that way. And I'm not going to change that for nobody. If you're going to be my friend, you're going to be around me, and you're going to allow yourself to be a part of my circle, or I allow you to be a part of my circle, my entity of life and what I have around me and my world, then you are going to be great. Why? Because I'm not going to allow you to not be living in your potential if I'm your friend. If I call myself loving you, that goes for my children, that goes for my siblings, and all of the above. But the problem is, a lot of people don't want to face what they don't want to face. And so therefore you become the enemy when you help people to try to be great, or you help people to try to be different, or you help people to try to realize that, hey, I'm here for you. I know you're going to bump your head. I know you might not get it right. I know this, that, and the third, but don't give up. Don't give up. Don't go back. Don't be the old you. Don't do things that you know will burn bridges. You know that can harm you, that you know won't cause you to be blessed the way God wants to bless you. That's why you don't hear me speaking ill of anybody, because you do not know the power God has on certain people. You do not know how special certain people are, and you do not know how, when you do certain things to certain people or say certain things to certain people, how it can affect your life later. You don't know. That's why I keep my tongue to myself, my mouth to myself, my thoughts to myself. If I don't have nothing nice to say, I'm not going to speak it. Why? Because if something is something I don't like, if something is something that don't go in accordance with my life, if it's something that harms me, makes me feel bad, or is not vibing on the same wavelength or energy that I'm about, I'm not going to give it energy. Period. I don't care who, what, when, or what it is. I'm not going to give it energy. Because if you decide to give something energy, let me tell you how that happens. Through this, through this, through physical. When you allow yourself to transform your character to become something else that becomes frustrated, angry, upset, or whatever for a entity, place, or thing or person, you've allowed them to take some of your energy. Not only that, you've also allowed them to control who you are. So now what? You got it? What you get another silicone? You just now popping in, or did you leave and come back?
You know why I forgot your silicone? Because I forgot.
Okay, so you have to be very cautious. You have to be very cautious with who you put your mouth on. Not only your mouth, but certain things that you say and do. You have to be cautious. You have no clue, and I'll keep saying this. And I'll say, me, I have no clue how protected a person is spiritually. I have no clue. So if me and that person either doesn't get along or didn't vibe well, or things just, it was what it was, the season is over, whatever, I'm not going to badmouth them. Now, if I want to tell my story about something that occurred, that's different. But, and have proof of it, is different. A lot of times we tend to get so drawn up in a situation or a issue to the point where, okay, it happened, right? I've talked a couple times about the dude that I dealt with and what he did, right? And I didn't expound on it. It is what it is, and God has told me what I need to do, and I'm going to do what I need to do as far as that. That's supposed to be praying for results. I'm good. Okay, Street, pray for the results. Hey, Renell, how are you doing? Oh, wait. Hey, Street. Doctor Appointment. Hey, sis. Everyone in the chat. Doctor Appointment. Oh, okay. You said Doctor Appointment. Say it, sister. Yes, I know your family and your money keeps you afloat. It will, because God is okay. I got you. So look at that. Look at them numbers. Y'all see them numbers? It was 1010, but another person came up. So we got to be very mindful about, and if you're new to this channel and you're just seeing this live pop up or whatever, this is me all day. This has been me for years since I first got on YouTube. I've always been inspirational. I've always been motivational. It didn't just happen with COVID and me being awake and all this stuff that everybody's trying to be about. I've been this for years. I can talk to you, we can have fun, we can laugh, we can joke, but God always give me a word to speak to my family, my subscribers, my followers, whatever you want to call yourself. I say family. God always give me a word. This has been me for years. Go back and check my first videos out. So it's nothing new, and that was what, 2009, 8, 9, I think. Scam likely. So this has always been me, and I say that because just with the times and everything going on, it's so many people that's inspirational, so many people want to do this and do that. I've been doing this. I've been working for foundations and incorporating myself in different programs that did help people transform, people that nobody wanted to be around, gangbangers, people that were homeless, different things like that. Those are the things I do behind closed doors. It's not all about YouTube. Those are the things that I did when I had kids who parents would put them out, teenagers from age like 14 to like 18, sleeping in my house on my floor. When I was married, me and my husband used to bring teenagers home and let them stay with us because they had no place to go, and trying to avoid them getting locked up in the system and stuff. My heart is always for helping people, and I always gravitate to the people nobody want to be bothered with, or the people that people see as a menace to society or an outcast to life. Those are the people that I mingle with, that I like to show love to, because everybody is a creator of God, and God does not make any junk. And a lot of times people are so attached to the glitz, the glamour, and what's trending, and they don't care about those people that's sitting there. Those are diamonds in the rough that nobody wants to wash off, to help, to clean, to help them get to the next level and realize that God is in the business of transforming. He's in the business of transforming, and he needs his tightest, toughest, roughest soldiers to come and get the work done. And a lot of people don't want to get dirty. A lot of people don't want to get down in the muck and the mire and help pull those people up to help me. A lot of people don't want to do that. I am likely. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. Hold on. That song has probably messed up my life. I forgot to turn my phone on silence. Oh my gosh, man. And you know, people just keep calling from a scam likely, and then someone else just keep calling my phone. If I'm not answering, that means I can't talk. Text me or leave a message. Or I hate when I'm live and someone calls me and I can see they were on the live, or they'll say hi and they'll keep calling my phone. Like, if you see I'm on live, why do you think I'm going to stop my live to talk to you? Like, don't do that. That's very rude. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, how are you? But yeah, back to what I was saying. So that's always been my life. That's always been my life. My life has always been that. I remember when I first like stood up for somebody. It was this boy, and I'm gonna just say his name started with an L. We were in elementary school, and he had a very strong urine smell to him. His mother had lots of children, and you can see. I'm good, a little late. Oh, it's fine, Cynthia. You can see. Talk, sister, tell that truth. You can see that his brothers and sisters would switch clothing. So he would have something on today, and his sister might have the shirt on tomorrow, and the brother might have the pants on. Or you get what I'm saying? The sister didn't really wear girly clothes. She wore the boy clothes, because I think it was more boys than girls. I want to say it was like 7 or 8 boys and maybe like 2 or 3 girls. It was like 10, 11 of them, somewhere around there. Might be off a little bit. So I remember that at breakfast time, L would be sitting, and I remember he was such a cool kid. He was cute. He was actually cute. And I will be honest, because of his smell, I didn't really want to be his girlfriend or whatever. Like, I wouldn't say that I would like, because you know when you were young, you'd be like, oh, he could be my boyfriend or whatever. I would not say that because I was young. I was kind of embarrassed that he had that smell to him. But he would always laugh and make me, like, he would laugh and joke and make me he would joke and make me laugh. We would laugh and joke about stuff, and people like, ew, why are you talking to Pissy L? Pissy L, that's what they would say. PPL, PPL, that's what they would say, not Pissy. PPL, you know, we wasn't that grown back then. PPL, whatever. And I was like, leave him alone. Like, don't say that. That's not nice or whatever. And so what happened was, I remember one day he was eating his food, and this boy that was like a bully boy came back in the breakfast room, and he bumped him so hard. He bumped him so hard that his cereal like spilled over or whatever. And he was so sad, like he didn't want to even move. He was just so embarrassed. Mind you, he already wearing dirty clothes, and they kind of switching him up, and you could tell because his brother was his brother his twin, because they was like the same size. No, I think his brother was younger, but his brother was a big boy, so they kind of wore the same clothes. I guess that was beneficial for the mom. So it spilled on him. I remember it spilled on him, and I was so upset. Like, nothing boils me more than a bully or someone who takes advantage of somebody. That's why I can't, like, that's why I'm not the type to be on my lives. Oh, guys, look at this. This is great. It's amazing. And I use this for my hair and this and my skin, and it feels so amazing. But you're getting paid for that. How do I know you're telling me the truth? Like, that is another form of financial social bullying. You are financially, socially bullying people because you're lying and making someone feel like what you're saying is true by all the lies that you're telling, but it's all paid. Like, you don't see me sponsoring a lot of videos. When I come, I'm talking to you like this, or I'm sharing things that I have. You just don't. And to each his own. But I just would wish that people realize that these are human beings behind these screens that sit here to take the time to talk to you, to support you. There's no YouTubers without the people that are watching the YouTubers, because if you had no views and no subscribers, you could not get the coins that you get. And I hardly make anything on here. What I make on here is laughable. But I know that regardless of whatever, I'm going to stay consistent to who I am. And so what I'm saying by that is, bullying, I'll say money, family, and bullying is something that irks my inner soul. Do not take advantage of elderly. Do not take advantage of babies, children, or anybody who puts their trust in you or believes in you and feels that you have some form of power or authority or what is the word? It's the word. Help me, guys. Or it won't come. Basically, to me, it's a social form of bullying in a subliminal way. You know, I'm gonna do this way to make them do this. You know, if I'm big and I'm bad and I'm in your face and you're small and you're tiny, and I just come and I just bombard you with my power or whatever of my size or my voice or my yelling or whatever, it's going to intimidate you and make you feel that you have to you're belittled and you feel like powerless type of thing, right? To me, it's no different when I sit here and I'm like, guys, this is so amazing. Why? Because if you watch me, obviously you watch me for a reason and you like me for a reason. So now I'm taking advantage. That's bullying. I'm taking advantage of you because I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you, and I'm smiling and acting like everything is amazing to make you do something only because I'm getting paid for it. You can't possibly tell me that every single product that you get is so amazing that you have to share it with your people and you have a link so that they can buy it too. You just can't tell me that. If I show y'all, and I told y'all this, the emails that I get of people wanting me to do stuff, and I'm talking paying some good money. First of all, I wouldn't wear that. First of all, I don't drink that. First of all, I'm not a smoker. Like, just different things, you know what I mean? It ain't about the money for me. It's not about the money for me. Because this right here is therapeutic for me to be able to talk to people who genuinely like me, who I am, and see the transparency of me and my consistency. And I've always said that. If I show you the, I'm gonna just say this. B, B. Watch this. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna keep my face on here just so y'all can see. Hold on. I think he went out to. Oh, 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 oh. B, B. Okay, so, whoa, whoa. No, I don't know. It as soon as I got, it's a 5%. It's not even dead. Like that. But the devil. I literally was calling you to ask you something where they could see my face and I can ask you the question without, you know what I'm saying? And it just that I don't like stuff like that. I'm not gonna ask you. I'm not, because it just what I was talking about is how I get a lot of emails of companies that want me to what do you call it? What do you call it? Promote. Yeah, promote stuff. And I don't even respond to them. You know what I mean? And I was telling them, I said, I hate when people be on here and they promote everything. You can't possibly say that everything that people send you is good and you telling your people about it and then they go and buy it. Now, I ain't gonna look at you. Did I not share with you like 2 different emails that I got in the last week? How much was one of them? Just one.
I think it said like they want to give you like 5, 6 grand or something like that. If I'm correct.
To promote a clothing line, right?
Yes. And then another one was like 3,000.
One was 20 something, and then one, yeah,
and then one was like 6 something, right?
And I didn't respond. I didn't respond. Like I haven't responded because it's not my thing. I'm not just gonna promote it just because. Okay. Like, you got it? You got everything? Okay.
I had to sit out there. I wanted to see exactly what needs to be done.
Okay.
So I figured I'd sit down.
So, let me see. Yeah, you can't stand up bullies. Huh? Okay, I had to mute it. He be asking questions, and I'm like, because I don't know what he finna say or what he finna ask, or you know, saying something or about the area or something like that. I'm like, hold on. So I ignore a lot of them, and they'll keep responding. Hey, this is such and such. We want to know if we can send you some of our new da 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 whatever whatever. I'm a plus size woman. You really can't do anything for me, and I want to make sure what I get is for me. It's for me, not, oh, this I got it and such tried it. No, I want to make sure if I tell you I like something, it's because I really like it, and if I share it, it's because I really like it, and that's it. Exactly, because for sure God will deal with you. Boom. Absolutely. Absolutely. What else? It was something I wanted to say. I hated that. You see how the devil be trying to work? Like, literally, why did my phone just black out like that? Like, why did my phone just black out? I mean, it's even neither here nor there. You guys can prove through my videos I don't be doing all those doing all that promotion stuff in my videos. So that's just enough there. But if you could see the emails, I had one come through the last time I had checked out at the hotel, and B was helping me get all my stuff or whatever. And I was like, wow, another email. These people keep trying. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I'm really not interested in what they have. And so it ain't gonna do me no justice, basically. Oh my gosh, my phone. Hold on, y'all. This is just too freaking short. This is too short. Ugh. Okay. I had to turn around. My charger was not activated. Yes, he will. God is no joke. I don't play about people, money, or their family. I'm not about to. I just can't. And if you've been rocking me with me, I've been saying that for years. Even before this sponsoring stuff became a big thing, I have been saying that for years. I am not about to just be doing random stuff just because. Not about to do it. Not about to do it. Not about to do it. It's not fair. I don't know your living situation. I don't know what you have, what you don't have. And guess what? The problem is, if I'm doing right, I don't need to know all that. You know why? Because I'm doing right. So if I do something that goes against what I believe, as far as that can harm somebody or make them lose out or buy something that's not worth it, I don't want that on me. I do not want that on me. I see so many people, and I just stopped watching after a while. I'm like, I can't possibly sit here and watch you when every single thing that you get, you are trying everything on your skin, on your hair, on your kids. Like, you just can't put everything on your body. You just can't put everything all over the place. You just can't just do and be a part of everything. You just cannot do that. And there are so many of them doing it. They open it up on live and be like, you got to get this. It's so this and that. You got to go get it right. And then you'll never see it again. You'll never hear them talk about it again. They'll do it for the promotion because they have to say certain things. They have to do certain things. If you want me to promote something and you have to tell me what to say and how to say it, that's not genuine promotion. It's not genuine promotion. It's not. Or I'll say review something. That's not a genuine review, because a review is coming from the customer / volunteer reviewer, their genuine thoughts and feelings. And guess what? You get paid according to how many subscribers you got and how much you big it up. And every time you do that, the amount you get paid to your pockets gets bigger because of your following. Exactly. I've seen skin, hair stuff. One day you putting this hair stuff on. The next day you putting this hair stuff. The next day you putting this in your bubble bath. The next day you putting this on. Then you're cooking with this. Then you're trying this. Then this type of shake and this type of tea and this type of. You cannot be. How could you even love yourself and you putting all this extraness in your body that you don't even really know too much about? They just sent you over a little briefing about their product or whatever it is, and you just believe it. Oh, they're going to pay you $1,000 or $1,500 to talk about it because you got this many subscribers, and you do it. And then all your people are buying it, and then you don't never talk about it again. It was so great that you don't even use it every day. It was so great that we don't even see it anymore. It was so great that I haven't heard you mention it ever again. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. But you can't tell anybody nothing. Those are the people that they love to follow. It's like people love the lies. People love the lies. People love to follow drama and what's trending. And you better do your own research. Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah. But other than that, so Lenny, the boy, spilled his, I was telling the story. So the boy bumped him, spilled the milk all down him, and you could see that Lenny was mad, and he was just like, you know how little kids do that. I felt like at that point he had enough of being bullied. You get what I'm saying? And so the boy just kind of pushed him in the head. So what you gonna do? Something. And he was like, and I was like, I couldn't take it. I was like, leave him alone. I was like, leave him alone. And he was like, you stay out of it. I said, leave him alone. And I got brothers, so I was like, leave him alone. And I wasn't little, you know what I'm saying? I was like, leave him alone. He's not even bothering you. Oh, you like the pee-pee boy? And I was like, he ain't no pee-pee boy or whatever. Leave him alone. He's not bothering you. That's all I kept saying. That's all I remember. And he was like, oh, I ain't gonna stop bothering him. He a little punk. He a little punk, and kept mushing whatever. I said, if you don't stop bothering him, I'm gonna fight you too, and I'm gonna get my big brother. My big brother gonna fight. I was so mad. I said, I'm gonna get my big brother, and my big brother gonna fight you too. And he was like, whatever. I said, you know my big brother. My brother is, and I think at that time, we was in elementary. I want to say he was in middle school. I was in, I think this was like 5th grade. and he was in like 7th or 8th. I was like, I'm gonna get my big brother. And so Lenny was just sitting there like, cause he was embarrassed. Oh, I just want to cry just thinking about it. He was so embarrassed, and all the other little boys was laughing like, ha ha ha, you little punk, you little punk. Then when I said I'll get my big brother, I said my big brother on the football team, and he played basketball. I was just telling him everything. I was like, he's strong, and I was just going in, whatever. I was going in, and he was like, whatever. I was like, oh, you know my brother. I said and I said his name or whatever, and he was like, whatever. You ain't even got nothing to do with it. I said, I don't, but you gonna leave him alone. And I just remember that, and they just kind of walked off. And I just went over there and I was like, here, Lenny, you want my cereal? So I gave him my other cereal, whatever, and he went and cleaned himself off or whatever. But I know, I want to say, I don't remember, I think it was high school. I want to say high school. I hadn't seen him in years. And it was high school or after high school. I know we were grown. Let me tell you, Lenny is finer than fine. When I say fine, the boy is fine. Like, I didn't even know it was him. Hair was so thick and nice and wavy. Black boy. Skin beautiful, chocolate boy, tall, handsome. I said, They used to call him Peasy Head, Pee-Pee Boy, Dirty Boy, just all that. He used to wear high waters, all that. But when I seen him, and it made me think of what was that show? Was it Jenny Jones? Was it Jenny Jones? What was the show that it would be people that either got bullied or got played or always belittled and nobody liked them, and then they wanted to say, oh, I'm coming to show you what I look like today or whatever, because you used to talk about me, that it reminded me of that. I was like, oh, Lenny need to go on that show and come out to all the girls. They used to call him Pee-Pee Boy. That wouldn't, like, when we used to play in the playground, nobody would want to get by him. They used to have the merry-go-round thing, and he used to come on and he used to get on the merry-go-round thing. And when he used to get on it, everybody was to just run or whatever, but I wouldn't run. I probably wouldn't sit, I ain't gonna front, I wouldn't sit right close to him, because it was a strong sense of pee. But I would still be on there and I'll talk to him or whatever. And so, And so I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was or what had happened and how I encountered him again later. I cannot remember it. And somebody was like, you know and that's how I knew it was. I was like, are you serious? From elementary school? And they was like, girl, yes. I was like, wow. He making somebody happy. But I've never been a bully. I've always couldn't stand bullies. And I remember my mom, there was this girl, she was Puerto Rican when I was back home in New York. She was Puerto Rican. She used to bother me all the time. And I used to come home and be like, Mom, she won't leave me alone, whatever. And she was like, you better not bring your butt back in this house. I don't care, she won't leave you alone. She just as big as you. I just wasn't into just fighting. I didn't like to hurt people. I didn't want to see nobody hurt, because I'm the type, I'm going to warn you to leave me alone. And I'm going to give you a chance to leave me alone. But if I have to change and become a beast, you're not going to like it. Okay? That's me. And so I try to prevent that, and I try to warn people. So this is what happened. I literally went outside and we was playing. And me and my little friends, and that time you would be in backyards, alleyways, just all over the place, just playing, getting dirty, being kids. She kept bothering me. And the people next door, between her house and my house, some people had moved out, and they threw all this stuff outside on I had that same speech from my mom. Girl, let me tell you, Cynthia. So all the stuff was out, like it was just all this random stuff on the front lawn from I don't know if the landlord threw it out or whatever. It wasn't like furniture stuff. It was like stuff like the what do you call it, the curtain rods and stuff. Girl, let me tell y'all, that girl came down that street and she was like, because they was always talking about my forehead, big forehead, PC head, big forehead, blah blah blah, whatever. And I was like, okay. And I was like, my mom had that door. She was standing, you know, had the glass door with the curtain, and she was looking. And I looked back, she let that curtain fall, and I was looking, and I said, okay. And she was coming to me, so, aha, with your little peasy head, that's why you bald headed, like just saying stuff. And I was like, I got mad too. I got mad. She was coming towards me, and I was looking. I was like, I found this curtain rod, and I had it behind my back, and she came, and I took that curtain rod, and she was coming in my face. I said, you better leave me alone. She was like, what you gonna do? Peasy head, big forehead, movie theater head, like all that. She was like, what you gonna do? I was like, okay. I said, leave me alone. I said, leave me alone. Now, first when I was saying leave me alone, I didn't have the curtain rod, but when she got close, I grabbed it. And I did one of these numbers, like, okay, keep on. And I had, you know, you put stuff behind your back as a little kid, like, keep on. I said, okay, keep on. And she came, and she was coming closer and closer. And she was like, I should punch you, something, like, just coming close. I said, you better leave me alone. You better move. She came close. I took that curtain rod. I was like, swaka, 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 swaka. When I say she was bleeding all over the place, I took off, cause she would taunt me. Everybody would laugh at me. Everybody would always pick on me because of her. She was pretty with all this long hair and always smelled good and all this stuff. And I was, what, 9? Because when we lived there, I was like 9 years old, 9, no more than 10. And I beat her so bad with that curtain rod. She was laying on the ground. I still was swacking her. Swaka, 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 swaka. I just remember I could just hear the air from the thing, like. I was just, my mom and them had to pull me off of her. I said, you told me I can't come in until I beat her ass. And that's what I did. And she was like, oh my gosh. The mother come out speaking all this Spanish or whatever. And mama was like, F you. I told you to tell your daughter to leave my daughter alone. I told you she kept bullying my daughter. That's what the hell she get. She was like, and you and so my mother and the girls started going at it. My brothers came out, my neighbors came out, and they was like, that's what she get. Always bothering Camille. Camille don't bother nobody. She a good girl. She don't bother nobody. And you kept on. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was like, did I kill her? I think I killed her. God's gonna be mad at me. Like, I was so scared. And from that point, like, it has been times in my life where I'll always say, leave me alone. No, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And people just don't know how to just leave people alone. When somebody say, leave me alone, like, leave them alone. When somebody say, hey, leave me alone, back up, leave me alone. Some people just don't take the warning. And so now today, my leave me alone is more powerful, because it ain't even about the force and the touching you. It's about, I know who's gonna touch you for messing with me, because I'm a pure-hearted person, and I don't try to get over, to get to take advantage, to hurt people in no way, shape, or form. I do not. And so if I tell you to back up and leave me alone, just do it. I remember, let me tell y'all a story. I ain't gonna tell you this person. So as an adult, I remember a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, a family member came to my house to confront me because they was mad that I didn't want to give them some money for something. Told me I was being fake, I was being phony, I know I got it, this, that, and the third. And I literally had to argue with this person about why I don't have to give any of my money to you. And my mom was there. And my mom said, leave her alone. Because I said, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't need to. I'm not going to do this. See, I'm not the type that can escalate my voice. Just, I can't. That's not my energy. Hold on, y'all. That's not my energy. I gotta tell y'all the story. Make sure the door locked. So that's not my energy. My energy is not I've never been this. I've never been that. I've always been Okay, this is what's gonna happen. If you don't understand that, I'm giving you a warning now type of person. So I was like, whatever. And I was getting ready to walk away. And they called themselves doing one of these numbers. Now I'm grown. I've got children. And I'm married. Okay? They literally came. You got to show me it's good? That's funny? Like it has to be shown right now? Hold on, y'all. So they touch me. My mother's like, oh my gosh, um, please, like, just leave it alone. Like, nobody has to give you it. My mother was just basically vouching. Like, why I gotta argue with you about why I don't want to help you? If I've helped you a million times and you still can't get it together, it's not help anymore. You know what I'm saying? You touch me. You touch me. You shouldn't have done that. Like, you shouldn't have done that. You put your hands on me, and I warned you not to do that. Like I asked you not to do that. So you touch me. I had my mother and this person with the back of my arm. My mother was trying to break it up. I don't know how she got under my arm, but neither one of them could move. And my mother was like, see, I told you, she got that retarded strength in her. She's like a dad. I just leave. I don't remember how it happened, but it was like a situation that I just, blacked out. Because you don't touch me. You don't mush me or you don't do that. That's why I'm the way I am. Like you touch me. So okay. So now whatever I do is all on you. That's how I used to be. And so it was crazy because it happened so fast, and I had my mom and her by their necks, both against the wall, and they both couldn't. And so the crazy part about that is I had to let my mom go. My mom, she was like, "Girl, get your, girl, you crazy? Just get your hands off me." She's like, telling the other person, "Get out, just get out." I pushed her so far into the wall, like her back and everything, like her body went into, like it was an impression in the wall. And I said, okay, I'm gonna let you go. But when I let you go, get out of here. When I let you go, get out of here. My mother said, get you out of here. Get out. We told you. Like, why? Like, why would you? Like, like, my mother was just going in. So I let her go. She was like, you crazy. I said, leave me alone, though. Like, somebody says, leave them alone. Like, come on. I have to have the strength that I have to protect myself and to protect my children, because I've come encountered with some craziness. That's probably why God gave me the strength that I have. But if I warn you of what it is and tell you to leave me alone, then that means you need to leave me alone. Because sometimes people take calm people, quiet people for granted. People that don't get all hype for granted. But those be the ones that be the silent, deadly people. Meaning they don't play. So don't take advantage of people. Don't just don't do that. Like, if someone asks you to step back, leave me alone, let it go, boom, 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 let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's January energy. Girl, I had a family member cuss me out because I didn't let them borrow. It's crazy. My bully would pull my ear, so I punched her in the face as hard as I could and gotta hit them back. Girl, I ain't in stitches. So I could. For real. For real. Like, leave me alone. Like, what are you doing? Leave me alone. And so, as I've gotten older, because I was, was Rizzy born? I don't think Rizzy was born. Hold on, y'all. I don't think Rizzy was born. I don't think she was born. I think I just had the two oldest. I was married, but we didn't have our kid yet. I was visiting my mom. We didn't live up there by her at that time. So yeah, she wasn't, I don't think she was born yet. I think I was still working in corrections at that time. Yeah. Yup. Yeah. I told y'all the story about how when I worked in corrections and one of the sex offenders touched me, and I grabbed, I grabbed, I'm sorry, I had grabbed this kid by his throat, like, in with one hand before I knew it. And yeah, you don't touch me. Especially when I know that you're in there for sodomy and certain things. I had a respect for my job, and I had a respect for every inmate. Juvenile. Just don't touch me. Remember, I don't know if some of y'all heard the story about how when I did get the job, I told the major, put me anywhere but not with the sex offenders, and that's exactly where they put me. And not only did she put me there, when I went to talk to her about it and asked her like, hey, did you forget? I don't want to treat them biased because of my past and what happened to me as a young girl, so please don't put me with them. And she put me with them on purpose, and then told me, well, sweetie, if you don't like it, we could sign your pink slip and you can go. And I looked at that lady and I was like, it's okay. I'm going to be one of the best officers you got over here. And that I was. That I was. So good that, you know, in those type of jobs, if you ain't kissing butt, you definitely ain't getting no, you're not getting no raise, because there was a lot of craziness going on. And I don't know if y'all remember back in 2000, I would say, no, 5 and 6, there was a lot of officers getting caught that was having sex with the juveniles and getting pregnant by them in South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. You can look up that. And it took, for the life of me, I couldn't understand. I said, there's so much winky and pink pee-pees out there in the world that you could deal with and do and have sex with. Why would you mess with these incarcerated young boys? But they were all the way up to age 22. They would keep them. It was some craziness. It was some craziness. Oh, excuse me. So long story short, I became like a really great officer, and they could put me anywhere. 2 places people didn't really want to work was with the older ones, because a lot of drugs will come in, and with the girls, because girls are mouthy and they will go back and forth with you all day. You tell them not to do something. I wasn't that officer. My name rung bells around the whole prison, and it would be, if she's coming, you know you're going to be safe, because the rules will be followed, and I'm not letting y'all get away with anything. Those are the 2 things. The only reason that happened with me where someone touched me is because it was wintertime, and my officer that worked in the unit with me, it was only 2 of us in there, had to run to the, what do you call it, to operations to grab something. And I'm thinking, no biggie, I'm gonna keep them in the line. I got like 30 boys on this side, 30 boys on this side, and I'm walking in the middle. We keeping them in the line, and back there they had to march. They march anywhere they're going. Your left, your left, your left, right. So that's how we would march the inmates / juveniles, whatever, to wherever they go, and they had to keep their hands behind their back. And so we kind of marched with them, and then they, you know, they catered to when they went to the units. So it's cold. Sometimes you'll, you know, give them a little leeway. Now, the way we come in a unit, the door is at a V. So this is the unit, right? But the door is on one side of the V. When we come in the unit, one side is for certain boys and the other side is for other boys. At the end of each in every hallway, those are the major, like the real aggressive sex offenders, the ones that are known for raping other boys and stuff in the units. They would be at the very ends of the units, because there's cameras in there 24 hours. So it's cold. It's colder than cold. This is one of them coldest winters that I had living in South Carolina. So I'm like, come on, line up, getting them to the doors. Now, me by myself with all of these, right? So I'm lining them up. Now, these boys that we had went to age 16. Yeah, like 16. But think about it, y'all. Y'all know these kids be looking like grown adults. They be looking like grown adults. And somebody, listen, it's so crazy because unless they had the uniform on, you know they were a juvenile because they had the uniform on. But some of them had full blown gold tees and just all this like and be 15, 16, whatever, and looking like grown men. So, and I'm talking, they could be 6 foot, higher than 6 foot, like higher than you, taller than you, bigger than you, just all of that. And at that time, I was way smaller. So I'm like, okay, come on, getting them down to the rooms, getting them down to, to the door, or whatever, because we coming over from dinner. We get to the door, they kind of piled up, they cold, ready to get in. I'm like, okay, get back. So I come through with the keys. I'm unlocking the door and somebody grabbed my butt. Mind you, these are all sex offenders. Somebody grabbed my butt and just squeezed it. I don't curse. I don't go off. They never see me curse. They never see me yell. They never see me go off. And I did that day and they knew something was wrong. Now I had one boy on one side. He was one that used to get raped a lot. I kind of think he liked it after a while because it was just crazy to hook up with you and sponsor you. Now all these, why you say now all these? Oh, I know, right? I know. How do you even say that? How do you even let them know that? So the guy, that had these issues, I would talk to him and let him vent. Like when other people went to sleep, me and the other officer would let him sit out, watch TV a little bit later because he was kind of bullied. He was one that was bullied, and we found situations happening to him where we had to stop it, and he wouldn't yell, he wouldn't cry, he would just let it happen, and we just got so tired of that. So we would try to really protect him. So when this happened, I didn't see who did it. So when I turned around, I had this feeling that one of them did it. And this was one that looked more like a grown man. And he was like 6'1", 6 feet. Big boy, chocolate, had the whole thing. But I couldn't prove it. So I got in there, I yelled, I called 410 to come. I said, listen, it's about to go down. I said, y'all need to get here ASAP because somebody touched my you know what. And it was like, no. When I say the captains and majors came down to that unit so fast, before they could get down there, I had sent everybody to their room. So everybody in their room, mind you, these are rooms with no doors. So you can imagine at night when I used to do night shifts, being in a place like this, it was the creepiest thing when I first started. So you walk in these long halls that just got like night lights and their rooms are dark and you have to walk these halls to make sure nobody's in nobody's bed. You don't see nobody moving, trying to escape or whatever the case may be. I'm like, why don't they have doors? I just thought it was weird. But they were very smart because they would get drugs and stuff through the door frames and the doors. These are kids. They would sniff, they would get drugs in somehow through their visits, just like real, like adult prisoners. We would find so much drugs and weed and pills and all types of stuff in the door frames, on these strings, on these pencils. Craziness, y'all. So they came, but before they came, I went down the hallway and I would do the eye contact. So I'm going down the hall and I'm looking to every one of them. And I went to the room of the one that I tried to protect because he was so frail and small. And actually, I think I told you guys that his mom was a runner for, like, I would say, the M Italians, the M, you know, the big, you know, that don't play about their money and they drugs. And something happened where she tried to get over on them and they got rid of her. Yeah. Then his dad was a person that got caught in Vegas for serial beating women. R-A-P-I-N-G. Yeah, did I spell it right? Or R-A-P. Boy, doing, you know, that to women. So his dad was already in prison. His mom was gone. And I think his grandparents was keeping him, but he was in there for sodomizing and raping and molesting his little niece and his little sister. I think his little sister was like 4 or 5 and his niece was like 1 or 2 and he was only like 13, 14 and he had a 9-year sentence. Like they sentenced kids in South Carolina like they sentenced adults. So by the time he hit 16, if he did good and stayed good, he could stay with us till 21, 22 maybe if he got into ROTC. But then he had to go over the fence to the big prisons with the big guys. And so I'm walking down the halls, and I see him, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's like, that's what his thing is. I said, anytime you see me, if nobody's around, just do this. That means I know something. Like he'll go like that. And I was like, okay. So I got him out the room and act like I was mad at him and started yelling at him. I said, get out here right now. It wasn't you. That was a private plot. So I get him out the room, and he said the name, and I knew it. Everything in my spirit felt it was this person, and it was. I went back and I got him out that room, and he was sitting there. He was like, he did this laugh and this grin that was so, it was chilling. Like, he was like, and just was looking like this. Like waiting, like he knew either somebody was going to tell or I was going to find out. Like he was just waiting. And that's, I just grabbed him, and as I grabbed him and I was lifting him up, that's when they came in. They was like, no, Officer Paul, let him go. When I say they grabbed that boy and hog-tied that boy and took him out, and I made sure he got locked up at a 23-1. That means 23 hours of the day and only an hour he can eat and have his rec. Don't play with me. Don't you ever touch me. I will make you an example, and I did. When I tell you after that, any unit or any place I went to, and everybody's like, hey, Officer Paul, hey, we're good. What do you need me to do? Like everybody. You have to make an example sometimes. And that was my example. You violated me. The way he touched me, and to know everything that he did and why he was in there, I was just so, like they let me go home. Because I was going to beat the brakes off that boy. And that was the one thing that I didn't want, but still he did do something to make me feel that way. But everybody who is a sex offender did not offend me. So I didn't want to be biased, because I know that I can't stand people that take advantage of little kids or just people in general, or sex offenders, period, no matter who it is. So I didn't want to be biased. That's why I didn't want to work in there. But it happened to be one of the greatest positions that I enjoyed. And I ended up liking the actual juveniles inmates more than I thought I would, because I was able to get to them and help them in a lot of different ways when I was there. And so he stayed locked up for 60 days. Not 60 days, for 6 months. For 6 months. He stayed locked up. And when I would have to go maximum security, he would be like, you could see him, he'd be looking like, really? Like, I gotta stay? And I'm like, yep, I bet you won't touch nobody else but again. You're already locked up anyway. You're gonna be here for a couple of years. What's this time? Don't touch anybody else again. Don't violate anybody else again. Maybe this lockup will be for what, maybe things you didn't, I don't know, get your punishment for, whatever. So my thing is, that right there was one thing where they knew it was it. I blew up. Do not disrespect me. Do not do that. Like, I don't know what would have happened if the majors and stuff didn't come and take him. And when they took him, they took his feet and chained it to his hands and had him, his stomach, he was face down, and had him up with the chains. And it was just real. I was like, I didn't like seeing that, but I can't be hard and then go back on being hard when I'm trying to prove a point. But it allowed things to go smoother, and a lot of things did not occur when I was around. And kids felt so much more protected when I was around, because they see that I didn't let things go. Yeah, girl, they see that I didn't let things go, so that was one thing. And then nobody wanted to work with the girls, so they would always have that call, hey, Officer Paul, I know you're assigned to this, but we really, really need you. We want to see if you can come work with the girls. And I had to make an example out of a girl. So what is a violation when you are an officer? You definitely can't just sit there and masturbate. You can't do that in front of me, or around me, or to me, or off of me, or whatever. Stayed, did a night. And one of the girls said, Officer Paul, such and such says she like you. Mind you, I was smaller, way smaller, real smaller, and you had to wear your pants with your shirt tucked in with a belt on. So you can imagine, you get what I'm saying? And they had to fit. They couldn't be baggy pants. It just, I don't understand the concept. I'm like, why my pants can't be baggy? Why? I don't get it. Why they gotta be tight? Like, why they have to fit me? You know. But anywho, I remember the girl telling me that. I was like, okay, long as I don't hear nothing, long as she don't disrespect me. And so every time I would go past this room, I would hear like a kissy or a noise that just was weird, right? And I was like, okay. So I went back past, and I could see the girl trying to get under her covers, and she fiddling with her hands. I said, listen, let me tell you something. It ain't bedtime, so you really shouldn't be under those covers. That's for one. So you need to get back on top. If you're taking a nap, you don't get under the covers if you're taking just a nap. No covers at all. We didn't allow that because they would do stuff or be sneaking stuff in the daytime or whatever. So if they asked to take a nap, because a lot of them were on beds, and so sometimes they didn't need to lay down, or sometimes they would have headaches or feel some type of way, it's okay. She was one of them. So I'm thinking, okay, she utilizing that, no big deal. And so later on, mind you, this was a night shift that I stayed, because I usually work from the morning till 3, and I was out by 3 or 4. So this was a night shift. So I stayed for this and did a double. I think it was like 3 to 11 or something like that. So I go back by, she back under the covers. I said, listen, if I come back here and see these covers on you again, you are out of here. And I'm not playing. Oh, you gonna do me like that? It's cold. Da, da, da. I said, well, you better get a jacket or get one of your uniforms or something and put it over you. You cannot be under the covers. I can't make exceptions. You can't be under the covers. So it was time for us to go eat. We took them out to eat. We came back. It's time for them to do their showers, do everything they need to do and all this. So now, okay, it's time for bed. Y'all, I'm going past. One of the girls stopped me right before the door. But she's on the other side. So I'm talking to her. She's over here. Her bed is right behind me. Behind my bookie. Behind me. I'm talking. She stopped me. You got to remember, they got all the time in the world to think of things and be clever. So she stops me. We're talking. We're right here. And while we're talking, I'm forgetting. Because I'm trying to do my rounds and make sure who's taking showers, making sure certain girls ain't in the shower with certain girls. You have to pay attention to all that, because it'll fall back on us if something happens. So I'm talking to the girl, and I'm done with her, and then something happened where I had to turn and go the other way. Now, their doors aren't exactly across from each other. They're like adjacent. So it's a door here, right? And I'm talking to her. So I'm talking to her, and I'm standing there. This person can see it because it's adjacent in that way. You get what I'm saying? So as I'm talking to her, someone calls me, and they really needed something. And I catch her masturbating on my butt while I'm talking to this girl. And she was in the middle of getting ready to release herself at this point. So she couldn't hide it. And she didn't care. She wanted to finish. That made my skin crawl so bad. It made my skin crawl so bad. Because if you don't know, I told the story about what happened to me as a little girl from a woman in my family. And so it really made my skin crawl. And I was just like, okay. Called down to operations. She needs to go. And I think I only locked her up for like 30 days. She went locked up for 30 days. That's a major violation. So she got locked up for 30 days. Those are the things that put me in situations that I didn't like. Those are the things that, why is it saying, okay. Situations that I didn't like, but I had to make her example. Those are just some of the things that I found and I encountered working in the juvenile justice system in South Carolina. Another one was this, I remember the last name was Garcia, that's all I can say. And he was in there, and I remember I came into his room, and he was so particular about cleaning his room. He kept saying, oh, I got a headache, God, can I lay down? And because some of them got meds, but they could be real clever on being sneaky on doing things, please, there's 13 people in here, thumbs up the video. If you're new to the channel, please join the family by subscribing, and thank you for joining me and talking to me as I share this journey, but also share some story times with you. So he wanted to lay down so bad. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let you. Right. So I'm like, okay, go lay down. And I went back in the room, you know, check on him because you still gotta watch the ones that's in their room. And he was laying down. Then I waited about 15 more minutes because you can't keep them no longer than like, I think it's 10, 15 minutes. I can't remember, so long ago, before you go check again. So I went back and checked. Now I'm in a different position. Now I'm feeling a vibe that something's not right. So what I did was when I walked past, he seen me. And you could see, the look that I got from him was, I'm tired, but I can't really sleep, but I'm trying to lay down. That's the look I got. So I didn't think nothing of it. So something told me when I walked past, you get that supernatural power now. What are you talking about, sis? So I back. So I walk past because see, they know that you come every so many minutes. So you have to be clever and not stay on the same pattern and do the same thing because they are mindful. They have nothing but time. So I went past and then I back. I went past and I back like 2 minutes later. At this point, he reaching. He in his window just reaching. So I'm looking. I'm standing there. Remember, the doors are open, so I don't have to open the door. I'm just looking. And so I move back. And he just feeling I'm hearing something, paper, plastic, or something hearing it. So I look again. Then he got whatever he needed. And I see at that time that I'm looking, he's grabbing what he got and he's bringing it to his bag. So I stand back. Then I look again. He's open. I see him going down. I see him going like this. This all I see is his head just like consistently going like this. And I was like, I see him. And he jumped. This boy then took his medication and powdered it up so fine. And he had it in this little plastic thing. And he created a line. And he was sniffing the pills that he had powdered up. I used to always wonder, like, he always want to take a nap, but then when he come out, he'd be like, so I said, this boy's doing something. Something is not right. Something is not right. But it had my mind so blown. I'm like, these are kids. How do they learn this stuff? Where is they getting this from? Where did he get this from? So I end up talking to his social worker or psychiatrist because in the building we were in, they had a physical counselor in there in case these boys ever wanted to talk. Because a lot of times, these boys that did this heinous stuff to these kids or little boys and stuff, this stuff was done to them. So they going through a lot of mental things in their brain with not why they have to do these things to kids or women or, you know, whoever they did it to. And still trying to understand their addictions, if they're addicted to stuff. They could have been kids of parents who were addicted to stuff and grown up with that stuff in their system, and then when they get a taste of it through however it was introduced to them, they still want it. So they were dealing with a lot as a youth, you know. He just was just really like out of it. He's like, I gotta have it. I can't live without it. When they tell me to take my pills, I don't take them all. I keep them under my tongue, and then I come to my room and I let them dry out. When they dry out, I crush them, and it feels better if I sniff them. It goes straight to my head, and it relaxes me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it just hurt me so bad because I want to say he was only like 13, 12, whatever. So yeah, but those are just a couple stories of things that I've encountered and seen in my life that kind of hurt. And knowing things that people go through in life and things that we don't even think about when we live day to day and we just go on about our business. These things are happening to people. The things that they have done to children happens on a daily basis to little girls, little boys, and the things that they have had done to them happens on a daily basis. And them being locked up and put away without the right, proper mental therapy happens on a daily basis. And so they become worse because they get introduced to more craziness in these facilities. And then in a place like South Carolina where they give them sentences where they're 12 and 13 and they're 13, they're getting 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And it just takes them over the fence to be an adult situation. And they become adults that never had no guidance as a child. And now they're an adult and still living in a immature youthful state trying to be an adult. They're an adult body, but they're still a kid, and now they're mentally all messed up. So when they leave that facility and they come back to society, they don't know how to cope, and the only thing they know how to do is do drugs and be heinous and do the things that connect them to their old them. You see what I'm saying? Those are the things I liked to understand. Like, I wanted to know why my dad always went to prison, why my dad did drugs, why my dad did certain things. That was the curiosity that led me to become a correction officer. That was the curiosity. I never understood, how was it so important for you to always want to go to prison? And I'm not saying want to, but the mindset was tainted and fogged so bad by the trauma of a child that this is all you know, and this is what made you comfortable, and this is the only thing that you can adapt to is something so toxic as prison, drugs, all of these things. And that led you not to be able to comprehend or be a great father or be who you needed to be because no one ever taught you. And my dad been locked up as a youth the same way. He started in juvenile justice. And what people fail to realize is, don't give them people your children, because what you don't realize is there's the open gateway for children to learn more toxic things that you're trying to keep them away from, and it just becomes a repetitive cycle of recidivism. Am I saying that right? Where they end up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because guess what? Most people come back to what they're comfortable with, what they know. And that's how it happens. It starts little, it starts young. And it actually starts with medications that they give your child when they say your child is special or your child has an attention problem. No, it's just the fact that you don't know how to teach this child. And when I was teaching and I was in the school system working with pre-K, working all the way up to high school, I would see the schools be so packed with kids. And kids whose parents were just trying to survive and work and be the best they could and do the best they could as single parents. Either it could have been a mom or dad, and not knowing how to raise a child. But the only relief that they had was a doctor in their ear saying, give their child this medication, which is a medication that is really designed to mess them up and to make them not be able to be mentally functioning adults and become worse. And a lot of times when you can't mentally function, you always turn to negativity because that's best. There's no thinking about it. There's no comprehension. There's nothing to plan. You just act out. There's no response. You don't know how to respond. No one taught you that. And so we have generations of this happening. I didn't want this live to be this. But anyways, yeah. But, you know, I'm just throwing this out there. This is me. This is who I am. I am naturally a lover, a giver, a provider, a transformer of things. And I just love people. I just love people. And I've encountered and seen so much stuff in my life. And I'm going to start sharing more story times of some crazy stuff that I've encountered in my life as a youth, as a teen mom, dating, just it's a lot of things that I've encountered. So I can be the way I am to understand that even if I don't feel like it, even if I don't feel like it, I have a knowing that everything shall pass. And like we talk, like you said, Vernell, and I say all the time, it's not for me, it's for somebody. So God, if I have to be the martyr, to be the person to get the ball rolling for things great to happen to other people, I have been willing to do that because I know I'm going to be protected in the end, and it's going to be a major blessing for me in the end, at the end of the day. What you mean? Okay. All right. Okay, I'm about to go now. All right. So I got to go with the sander. I will be back. I guess tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Update you on what has happened so far, what we got going on. But I gotta go to my storage unit to get Sandra. I hope you guys like being live. Comment below something great. Yes, some can break the cycle, and some can't. No, the gut never lies. But comment below if you like the story time.